How to Skiptrace leads completely for free. You got no money for leads. What do? Everyone's telling you go buy the software, pay 15 cents per record for skip tracing. If you pull 1,000 records, that's almost 150 bucks. You ain't got that. You're broke. You got to get sellers information. What I'm going to do today is show you exactly how to skip trace records completely for free in wholesaling real estate. It's really not that complicated. You're going to be able to pull a data set, get their phone numbers, and start marketing right now in wholesaling real estate. And so let's get started on exactly how to skip trace with no money at all. And so I was actually in Indiana for the Indiana, probate list. And shout out, like, if you want to virtually wholesale in Indiana, like, this is the plug, this is the secret. I don't want to share too much because obviously I'm going to get in trouble, but let me show you. So the case type, if you go to case number, you put like the percent tab for case number, you put probate court, and you put basically all probates right here, and you press search. So if you go here to the guardianship of Anna Marie Olmsted, and you can see that this is a probate right here, and you get some information, right? We have the guardianship of George William Richardson. This was filed the first. If I click some more information about this case here, I see that it's a probate record. It got opened. I can press show all party details. And I see that the person that died was George Richardson. They're using an attorney here. If I use another record here for David Cedarholm, you're going to see that he died, and this is his address, which cha-ching, that's money for a probate. So all I'm going to do here is I have David Cedarholm's information. I'm just going to copy the address right here, and then I'm going to go to one of my free skip tracing websites. One of my favorite ones by far is cyberbackgroundchecks.com. Again, this is cyberbackgroundchecks.com. Editors, please edit out any phone numbers or addresses as easily as you can. I don't want to get this thing taken off of YouTube. So Cyber Background Checks by far is the best website for free skip tracing, and this is one I'm using right now. And so obviously I have the case information right here. This is his address of where he died. The petitioner is going to be Douglas, probably a son or somebody like that. So that's his address. But obviously I want to get some more information about this property. So if I want to go get Douglas's information, right? So you got to remember, this is a probate, right? So the guy died a few months ago, and it looks like his son, maybe partner, whatever it is, right? He is trying to basically get the property deeded over to him. So of course I'm not trying to call David. Unfortunately, he passed away. We're going to go to Douglas to see if he's interested in selling his property here. So what I'm going to do is I could look up just to see if David owns that house, right? So if I go to the Hamilton County Property Appraiser, I'm just going to make sure he actually owns this house. Let's go to search, and let's go to ownership information. And I see David Cedarholm does own the property. So it looks like the probate did go through. No, actually, wait. David's the one that died. Douglas is trying to get it. Sorry, my bad. So it looks like if I go to the property appraiser here in Hamilton County, David is the owner on record. So that's awesome. But the problem is I'm not trying to call David. Like, obviously, if I go to heaven, I could probably reach out to him, rest in peace. I can't reach out to this guy. I have to reach out to the heir or the petitioner, which is going to be right here, Douglas Cedarholm. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy Douglas Cedarholm's information right here. And then I'm going to go here to Cyber Background Checks. I got a stupid ad, and we're going to put Douglas's information. So he's in Georgia, so that's actually an out-of-state probate, even better. And we're going to go here, and we are going to search him up. And Douglas Cedarholm is right here. So it looks like Douglas is 78 years old. That's crazy, actually. And we're just going to press View Details, and Douglas's information, 118 Crepe Myrtle Drive. And that's 118 Crepe Myrtle Drive. And right here on Cyber Background Checks, I got the information just about him, right? Not about the property. And all of his cell phone information pops up right there. So it's like, whoa, awesome. Like, I got their phone number, end of video, click, right? But like, it's really that simple to skip trace absolutely for free. Like, this process is so easy, right? You pull the probate, you make sure the guy that died owns the house, and you skip trace right here. Then you can put him into a spreadsheet, and you can organize this data in one of our free CRMs. So if you go to freewholesaling.com, our free cold calling CRM and just general wholesaling CRMs in here, I'm gonna go to the cold call section, and let's add his information on here. And so the person that died, right, we're gonna put 16882 Durban Road. We're gonna copy that information. We're gonna put it right there. And then the name, we're gonna put the person inheriting the property. So it's gonna be Douglas Cedarholm. So let's put it right here. Let's just alter this a little better. Okay, cool. And then obviously what we got, phone number 1 and 2. Let's add phone number 1 here. Okay, and let's add the second phone number. And do you want to do the landline or another wireless? I'd probably add a wireless. Do you see where it says last reported date? This is most likely the right cell phone. And just to confirm, right, I'm actually gonna throw this into XLeads and check. XLeads does have the best skip tracing. Obviously this is paid, but I'm actually using this really good paid wholesaling software to find free unlimited skip tracing to confirm it's the actual guy's right phone number. So they say 765-516 is the most accurate one, and 765-516-0162. Like I told you, XLeads is the best skip tracing by far of any wholesaling software that I found. Obviously it's a paid software, and so obviously you don't have a paid software yet, but guess what? Cyber Background Checks has the same data reported because XLeads has the actual right phone number, and that's pretty much free unlimited. You get 15,000 exports on the basic plan, but guess what? You can do it for free right here. It's a little more intensive, not really too bad. If I go and cross-reference this data right here with, let's say, True People Search, this is one of my other favorite free wholesaling skip tracing platforms. And we're gonna put the address right here, cha-ching. And we go here to Douglas, we go to view details. Let's see if that same phone number pops up. And as you can see, that same phone number pops up right here, which is awesome. And right here, possible phone, last reported June 2025. So it looks a tad bit more accurate than Cyber Background Checks, but obviously True People Search has it. So if you go to the second phone number, the 626, does this pop up here? Yes, it does right here, right? 9084, yep, right there. Awesome. So we're gonna pop up this data set. There we go. And we're just gonna put this as a probate so we know what kind of probate. And boom, it's set to call in our free cold calling CRM. Obviously our deal boards here and our leads. This is just a free CRM we have in freewholesaling.com. I absolutely love it. That's how you pull and skip trace for free. Now, if I wanna do this again, right, I know it's a little more tedious, right? So if you wanna do this a little faster, again, this is up to you. We're gonna make this a little bigger and we're just gonna copy all this information. Now, let me cook. We're gonna organize this info into a spreadsheet. And then I'm just gonna paste all this stuff right here. And we're gonna let ChatGPT organize this information in a spreadsheet of the decedents. And so we can organize it right here. So we're gonna let ChatGPT do its work. And we have the estates of right here, which is awesome. Kind of does all the work for us. So this makes it a little easier if you wanna skip trace like that. So we know that Anna Marie Olmsted right here passed away. So if I want to, I can pull like 300 probates in a row like this. And all I have to do is just maybe copy this John Sneed right here. Let's download the table really quick. Open up this spreadsheet right here. All the parties are right here. And so we can go right here. And so I don't like how the names are there. So what I'm gonna ask ChatGPT really quick is remove the estate of or guardianship of. So it's just the names. And we're gonna do that really quick just to organize it. Let me show you why. Okay, awesome right here. So let's download it. Okay, so now we have all the names. So I'm just gonna copy all these names, throw them into the cold calling section, and they're all here, but these are all the deceased names, right? So that might be an issue. So what we have to do if you wanna go quicker on this, so we have all this organization right here. Now I could just copy this name, go to Cyber Background Checks. This is a little quicker, less accurate, but quicker. So Anna Marie Olmsted, and then I'm just gonna put Indiana and see what pops up. So obviously the name pops up here and it says she owns this property, 148 South Emerson. Let's just confirm this information. So this was a guardianship, so we don't wanna deal with guardianship, so actually delete that one. So we see case type right here actually. So let's just delete anything with guardianship on here. That's again, pulling probates. So guardianship, removing it. All right, cool. Let's organize this data set. Awesome. So we'll do John R. Sneed or Sneed. So let's go to Cyber Background Checks again. Let's do R. I think it said the 3rd. So pop up that information. Awesome. So it looks like that this person owns this house, 6031 Cadillac Drive. Let's confirm that's actually his address. I'm showing just a quicker way to do it. So if I see that John R. Sneed, it looks like if I look up the guy, John R. Sneed, Do you see how it says his date of death, but it doesn't show if he owned it or not, or an actual address? Because sometimes in the probates, they don't show that. So that's why it's sometimes even better to do that AI strategy. Now let's see who is petitioning. Why does this guy have 17,000 attorneys? That's actually crazy. Does he have any petitioners? A PR is going to be Gilbert Kelly. It looks like Gilbert Keller is the PR here. So what we're going to try to do is go to cyber background checks right here and see if we find this Gilbert Keller on here. Gilbert Keller. It looks like I can't find him. It sucks. Huh. Interesting. So what I'm probably going to have to do is try to call all these numbers and see if I found a relative. I mean, Gilbert Keller, let's see. Yeah, if Gilbert Keller is the attorney, so we don't have any of the PR's information. So what we're gonna have to do in True People Search is just find, if this guy's last name was Snide or Sneed, we're gonna look for another Sneed or Snide. So Diane's probably the best one. So I'm just gonna click her. Oh look, 6030 Cadillac Drive. That is actually the same address as that one. So Diane Sneed looks like she's deceased. Uh-oh, not good. So let's go back here. All right, that's embarrassing. Let's go back to another Snyder Sneed. Margaret, she has the same last name. I actually think that would be good too. 6031 Cadillac Drive, same address, Margaret Burke. She is gonna be the right one. So we're gonna get her phone number here. These are all landlines, but she seems older, so that shouldn't be an issue, I think. So we're gonna write her phone number there. And then we're gonna put this address, because obviously this is the address. And I'm gonna cheat and just go to Exley, just make sure that they own the house. And yeah, John Sneed does own the house, which is nice. And it would be good. And let's just try to put this address, let's actually just try to put this address into truepeoplesearch.com. And we're gonna go to address search. Let's see what pops up. It looks like Margaret Burke is the one that pops up here. It looks like Julie used to be Julie Sneed, so she might be good to call too. Hello? Okay, do you want me to do it tonight or tomorrow? All right, no problem. Yeah, I'm recording some videos right now. Well, yeah, I don't know if you're going to bed or not, because I just do it tomorrow morning. But if, okay, I will. Okay, no problem.
Okay, thank you, buddy.
All right, love you guys. And Julie used to be Julie Sneed, so she's going to be a good phone number too. So we're going to use this one, last report June 2025. So this is awesome from True People Search. So we're going to copy that, throw that sucker into right there, put it as the probate, and let's get that Cadillac Drive property copied over. There we go. Awesome. So then we have that, boom, done and skip traced. So guys and gals, that's how simple and easy it is to start skip tracing absolutely for free. I just didn't want to give you some random example on this website. I actually want to show you me live skip tracing real probate leads to show you exactly how you could start going out here and skip tracing with no money at all using cyber background checks and truepeoplesearch.com. Guys, if you got any value from this video, do me a favor, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Have a blessed one.